know what I'm saying? I'm in Miami, you know what I'm saying? Doing that thing, you know.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy DJ3 and I'm back with another video, man. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another hair video. Y'all see the title, y'all see that thumbnail, y'all know what's happening. I'm showing y'all how I cut my hair today, man. I'm no professional, I'm not, you know what I'm saying, an expert at all this, but you know what I'm saying, I've been cutting my hair since I was in high school. I gradually got better over time. It didn't just, you know, straight just start cutting my hair. I just knew what to do. It just happened. It doesn't work like that. You have to perfect your craft. So what I'm gonna be showing you guys today is basically the products that I use, how I use them, and the methods that I use to cut my hair. A lot of people always ask me what haircut am I, like, what haircut do I have, you know, because they basically see me with the dread, with the fade and all that, you know. So basically it's kind of like a temp fade. It's like a temp fade. Yeah, a temp fade almost. That's really what you call it, a temp fade, honestly. It's just basically a fade. Faded haircut, no sideburns. Like if you were to go to the barber and ask what haircut this is and try to get exactly this, I would just say a faded temp. You know, with no sideburns, that's it. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I will be dropping more hair videos. I got a few pranks coming up for y'all. So let's get into it, man. Alright guys, so first things first, I'm going to show you guys the products that we have. The clippers, number one. These right here, you can find this at any Elegant Beauty Supply, any Sally's, any type of hair store. You can just go there, it's behind the counter, ask them for the barber combo. This was like 100, it still got a price tag on there actually. It's like 125, you know what I'm saying? It comes with the clippers and it comes with the actual lining, like hair lining, to give you a tape and everything like that. And it also comes with a bunch of different guards and, you know, oil, everything that you need, you know. So this is really what you need. This is the prize. This is the most valuable possession to cut your own hair. Secondly, you need a brush. You need a brush, you need a brush, you need a brush, you need a brush. A lot of people try to cut their hair and they'll be brushing it, and you know what I'm saying, the brush will help when you're cutting your hair. Every time you cut, you know, brush all the loose hairs around so you can see what you're cutting, so you're not just cutting too much hair than you need to be cutting. This is optional, this is optional. This right here is like a hair enhancement. It's a color thickener, you know, the people that use a spray and you know, make that line crispy. I use this sometimes because honestly, if you guys can see, I don't know if it's called a calic. My hair doesn't grow a lot in this area. Like this area right here, it does not grow a lot. So sometimes I use that, but sometimes I can finesse it and, you know, cut it so it doesn't show as much. So this is optional. You guys don't really need this. This cost me like $5. It's like a color thickener. Lastly, you guys need some alcohol. This is very important. When you cut your hair and, you know what I'm saying, the barber sprays the alcohol on you to disinfect, you know, all the open wounds that you just put on your head. You know what I'm saying? That's why it burns. You just had a whole bunch of razors at your neck. You feel me? So when you slap that alcohol on there, you're disinfecting it and it burns. It burns. You need that. Don't go away from the alcohol, man, because you'll end up with those razor bumps and all that. You don't want it. You don't want that. All right. So let's get into the video, man. First off, you need your handy dandy scrunchie. If you guys got dreadlocks, most likely if you're on my channel and you do, put that thing up, man. Put that thing up in a bun like these. First thing I do after I do that, you grab your handy dandy brush, you get the brushing, man. You get the brushing, brush all the hair out the way. All the hair that's in your locks, you don't want it to be there, so I kind of like push it back and then I brush down like this. I usually like to get haircuts, after my retwist, but sometimes, you know, I don't be having time to get a retwist. Sometimes, you know, I've been trying to lay low off the retwist too much because it can thin up your dreads. So, you know, sometimes you just have to get that cut without that retwist. So make sure you guys push all that hair out the way. That's what I do right there. Brush all the hair out the way. That is like the prep. That is like prepping for the haircut. This is the prep for the haircut. Get me? Y'all can see the hair thinning right here. That is why I use enhancement. I don't know where I got that from. I think I got it from my daddy, my mama, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But we blessed with the hair that we given, the hair follicles that we given, so we just gotta work with it, you feel me? So after I do that, the next thing is to prep your tools. So first thing I'm gonna be using is the actual clippers to cut the hair, you know what I'm saying, just to fade it up. I'm gonna start to fade first, but you want to disinfect your tools, especially if you are sharing them, or especially if you have cut other people's head with them. I have cut other people's head with these, so I'm going to disinfect them. How I do that? First off, take the brush, I brush all the loose hair that's already on it, just like these. If you have a disinfectant spray or any type of, you know, hair clipper spray, I know there's some sprays out there, but honestly, I just use alcohol. I take a rag, I take some alcohol, and I wipe them off. That's what I'm gonna do now. You don't really need too much, man. You don't need too much. Take that. Damp it up a little bit like those, and just wipe it off, you know what I'm saying? And now we are ready to go. We got clean clippers, we got a prep hairline, and you know what I'm saying, prep the hair and everything like that. Now we're ready to go. If you guys have never used these clippers before, these are adjustable clippers. When you push it up, you notice that the razor gets closer together. You cut more hair when it's like that, and when you do it like this is open, it gives it a little bit more space, you cut less hair. So I'm gonna be putting it closed for the first part. It's gonna be closed because I'm trying to ball this out. All this right here is gonna be bald. Right here is gonna be bald. Cut all the way up here, it's gonna be bald. This is just my cut. This is how I like it. It's like a ball fade almost. Pretty much a ball fade. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Ooh, also, you do need a mirror. You do need a mirror. This mirror that I have, the self-cut system, you guys can get this. I got it at Walmart. You guys can order it on Amazon. Yeah, I found it at Walmart for $50. This is very helpful. I used to just have a mirror, like the mirror on the wall, and then I had to hold it and try to, you know, it gets complicated, but this is a lifesaver. You know what I'm saying? You can cut your hair, see all angles, adjust the mirror, do these, you know what I'm saying? You don't really gotta do too much, you feel me? So if you want to invest in cutting your hair, you need this, these clippers, the combo, and you need a mirror. You got that? That's all you need.
Alright guys, so basically we're just gonna go ahead and do a voiceover for the rest of the video because I can't talk and cut. I'm motherfucking around and mess up trying to teach y'all boys. So basically what we're doing right now, I am balding out the first layer, or basically taking out the layer on the bottom and just balding it out. First I go with the clippers. I use them closed. That's the lever up, so you know the razor is close together, and I just go over, and as you can see on the side, I just bald it out completely.
As you guys can see, I made the first guideline right here. Everything's bald to this point. Everything is bald to this point. I don't want no sideburns. I fade everything right here. Everything's bald, and I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. All right, after you've done both sides, it's time to do the back.
Alright, after you're done balding it out, I just want to go over it again with the liners and just basically clean everything up. I like to use these just basically because they're sharper, and it just cleans it up a lot easier and a lot faster. If you guys do have like shavers, those help.
Alright, now after I do that and I cleaned everything up, I go back and I brush again. Just make sure I got all the hairs. From this point forward, it should be nice and clean. Alright, so next off, I'm using the clippers open at this point. I open the clippers up to make the second guideline. And depending on how you want your fade, that's how you want to cut it. It's kind of hard to describe, but I'll just show it to y'all.
All right, so basically making this second guideline, I open the clippers all the way up and I go 1/2 inch above the bald guideline that we made. I do that on all sides and the back, as you can see here. Then next step, we are blending in that guideline with the bald guideline. So as you can see, I put the clippers in the middle, not closed, not open, but in the middle. And I do a flick motion. I take my brush and I keep brushing as I cut, just so you can see where you're cutting, where that line is. We just want to take that line out completely. Try to play around with the clippers and try to get that line going. Just don't cut too much. All right, so this will be the first guard we're using. This is a #1 guard. It just clips on, and I will be taking out that whole section of hair at the top. This will be what we're going to be fading into. This is the length I want my hair at that point. So I'm just basically cutting everything from the top up, except for my dreads. I try not to touch my dreads. I separate as much as I can. I keep going over and over and over, and just make sure you guys clean it up. You got to take your time with it. It's not gonna cut all the hair you need in one little swoop. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep going over it, brushing it, over it, brushing it. You know, it's just, you just got to keep doing it until, you know, it gets to where you want it to be. All right, so basically this is my favorite part. I get the half guard. Last time we used the #1. This time we're using the half guard with the lever open. See that open? All right, so now we're trying to get rid of that line we just created as far as the hair on the top. So we blend it in with the second layer that we made. So we just do the same thing. We brush, we flick until that line is gone. You can adjust the clippers up and down as much as you want to, just to get rid of that line, but try to make it as soft as possible. Try not to make any hard cuts so you can see it. Just make it fade, basically. That's as much as I can give you guys. All right, now it is time for the line up, the tape, the edge up, whatever you want to call it. Basically how I do it, I start from the middle, then I branch off to one side, then I go to the other side, but I always start from the middle. I always start from the middle just to make sure it's straight. That's how I keep it straight. I kind of just eyeball it, and then I round it off towards the ear, and I round it off towards the back as well. So here it is. I want to show you guys how I basically do it. I start from the middle and I kind of branch out. I didn't really trust looking through the camera to do that, so I kind of just did it on my own through looking at the mirror, but I wanted you guys to see how I did it a little bit. Try to get it as sharp as possible, guys, but don't push it back. Please don't push the tape back. You guys will have a huge forehead. You'll be laughed at. You'll be the laughing stock. Do not push your lining back. The best way to keep it straight is to keep it natural. Honestly, that's my motto. Unless it is completely necessary where you have to push it back just so you can shape it right, then be my guest. You got to do what you got to do, but I highly suggest you keep it natural. A trick I have for you guys as far as cutting it around the ear, I like to pull my ear down and I put the lining at an angle. I put the clipper at an angle and I use just the corner of it, as you guys can see. As far as cutting down my neck, I kind of just use the line that's already there and just try to sharpen it. That's basically the best advice I can give you. I don't really have anything for that. I just use the line that's already there and just try to go as straight as possible. It's really a hit or miss if it's like lined up equally. That's just the thing about cutting your hair yourself. You never really know, but it's not gonna be perfect, man. And that is the finished product, guys. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like, comment down below if you have any tips or tricks for me, or if you guys have any more questions, comment down below and I will try to answer them as best as I can. We still on the road to 100K, man, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys rate my hair below, man. Make sure you guys rate my barbering skills. You think I could become a barber? Let me know, man. I want to know. Maybe I might become a barber. Let me see y'all. Gang.